Hey, Coach, I know you didn't have a timeout there at the end. Was there some confusion as to what the margin was there in terms of not going for a three in that position?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's obvious. Jess feels real bad about that. Jess played a hell of a game. We're not in a situation to have a shot at it, if not for, Jess's 22 and 18 rebounds. Just unfortunate for us there at the end. It's going to be hard. When you need a three, it's going to be hard to get a three off anyway. So I don't think the game boils down to that. It boils down to how flat we came out in the third quarter. I think that's kind of, we gave them momentum. They're going to come back. They're going to make a run. I just didn't like offensively some of the stuff that we were doing. We were really good in the first half, and we really had it going on. And just not as good in the second half offensively. But I thought we answered most everything. We hung in there, and just couldn't make enough plays.
I wanted to kind of follow up on that. I mean, there have been times this year where you've had a lead and the teams come out and put a big quarter on you, and you guys never really came back to bat. Tonight they had their run, but you finished the third quarter well, and you still had a lead into the fourth. You kind of like, even though you didn't maybe like all the things they were doing, did you like the fact that the team hung in there when the other team made a run?
That's what we were, throughout the game. We scout other games we've watched. This mirrored a lot the Connecticut game here that Connecticut won, and we just didn't do enough offensively to kind of really answer and get separation again, which is what we needed. But in terms of responses, and like you said, not a very good third quarter. Gave up 34 points, and they were just ramming it down our throats just with drives, and we were nowhere around, just flat. And then, but thankfully we scored 24. So we hung in there, but it was, I don't know what else to say other than it was obviously a good game for people to watch. We were happy with our resilience overall. This is obviously the first place team with some awfully good players. And, we're a team that wants to win. So it's really kind of hard to just say to them, hey, that was a really good game, because, the outcome for them is they won a W.
I know you probably won't bite on this last question of mine, but it seems like the game was won at the free throw line, a 17-6 discrepancy there. Was that, in your mind, a product of the way they were playing, or did you feel that maybe you guys deserved to go to the line a little bit more?
Well, I mean, it's always when we play Vegas. So, go back and look historically when you play Vegas, they have a couple of players that get the benefit of the whistle that it doesn't necessarily seem to work as easily at the other end on similar scenarios. So they have a couple of players that are really talented at drawing fouls. So not just our game, we watch it game after game after game. And then what happens, you get in the playoff, they don't get the calls. And then it gets obviously harder for the team that got it all season. But that's what happens. That's when you play Vegas. This is what they do. Asia Wilson's really good at it. Jackie Young gets in there deep, and, Plum, just puts a lot of pressure at the rim. But overall, I thought, clearly we had, a first half that, that they're going to make some adjustments to what we were doing. And I didn't see anything that should have kept us from being able to play similarly. I mean, they tried to stay 5-on-5 more. They went under on more screens, but we're well versed in that. And we just had some tough plays offensively where, whether you're wide open for shots and don't make them, okay. Or you have players that were being aggressive, all of a sudden not aggressive, or, you should be shooting, but you passed. We did that too much that led to them gaining momentum as they played in transition. They ended up with, I think they had 6 points in fast break points at the half, and they finished the game with 20. So that was largely off of our offense.
We'll go over to Lucas. Go ahead, Lucas.
Coach, you guys attempted like 32 threes tonight, made 11, and also out rebounded Las Vegas 45-33. How do you think your team did kind of matching Vegas's pace of play, but also kind of, inserting your own will onto the game as well?
I liked it. I thought that Katie had us well prepared. We had a couple of days of work against some Vegas stuff. I thought we were in it. We were in it from the standpoint of playing with some physical toughness and playing the schemes pretty well. Like I said, the start of the third, we're just disappointed in. I think the players will tell you that too. But I thought that we were hard to play against. And like I said, particularly in the first half, we were, getting anything we wanted offensively. We knew that they would, be harder to play against in the second half, and we just couldn't make enough plays offensively.
And then
That being said, I think we scored 90, count Jess's last basket, we scored 95.
One last question for you regarding Nina. She started last couple games now, finished with 7 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. She's kind of coming into her own at the WNBA level. What have you seen for her, not only from when she first started, but to where she's at now, and what kind of led to her earning these last couple of starts?
I think, she's somebody that's, as she's gotten more time and got more used to the WNBA, she's learning this team and what we like to do. So I would venture to say she would tell you she's more comfortable. Anytime you play a little more and you get a little more rhythm, that's helpful. And without Sil, Nina gives us an interior presence. And so that's, the reason why we felt like we needed to have a balance. When Didi returned, it was, Didi being able to space the floor and Nina being able to be a good screen and roll and a presence down there. And I think she's done that pretty well last couple of games. So until Sil returns, you're probably going to see that.
We'll go over to Cindy. Go ahead, Cindy.
Thank you. You mentioned in pregame that Mariah Jefferson was one of the players you liked what you saw in the previous game, and she started out just on fire and kind of led the team in the right direction to get started. What's made her feel more comfortable? Just time or work or?
She's a competitor, and she's one that I think is really, as the team is working through, learning how to win together. I think Mariah has taken a lot on her shoulders to try to be somebody that could motivate the team in a positive way. Talked about her energy against Seattle and today we her money spots, she was able to get to the money spots a lot. And then when she got threes, she made threes, which is, something she's really good at as well. So she just has an offensive skill set that is really helpful to us. And, I actually thought there was a couple more shots she should have taken. But I don't know if she got gassed or what, but, when the game's on the line, when you got a PG that's able to really put pressure on the defense, doesn't have to be all the way to the rim. The pull-ups that's her thing. And, I thought that she imposed her will in that way. And I think she's somebody that's really trying to will this team to find success.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any more questions for Coach? All right. Thank you, Coach.
You're welcome.
Hey, Mariah, you talk about all the things that you guys did well tonight to come away with a 1-point loss. I know it's frustrating, but I mean, do you guys feel like in terms of learning how to win as a team that you guys are getting close, knocking on the door a little bit?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think we did a good job of banding together as a team today. There was a point, I think, what was that in the third quarter, when they were just making everything. And normally those are the points where we just kind of go down, but I think we did a good job of staying together. Unfortunately, we came up short, but it's the little things and building on days like today that are going to help us be successful.
After scoring, I think, a season high 50 points in the first half, you guys kept the offense going to a certain extent, but the defense once again kind of let you down in the third. What were they doing? What adjustments did they make that kind of got their offense going?
They're just putting their head down, getting a lot of straight line drives, and our help wasn't there. We put a lot of people out on the island, and when you do that when they start getting downhill, then they get into a rhythm, and it's kind of hard to stop that offense. So we have to be better at helping the helper, of not leaving anybody on the island and making sure it's team defense and not one-on-one.
We'll go over to Lucas. Go ahead, Lucas.
Right, when you're going up against the likes of like Kelsey Plums, the guards of that caliber on a night-to-night basis, is there more of a motivation to come out and perform to kind of help to their caliber as well?
My motivation to perform is the same every game. I don't care who we're playing against. I want to come out and try to get a win. And I know my team feels the same way. So the other team is just another team. I think for us, we have to focus on ourselves, focus on the things that make us successful. and just come out and compete every single game.
Any more questions for Mariah? Thank you, Mariah.
Thank you.
We'll get started with Kent. Go ahead, Kent.
Jessica, thanks for coming in. You guys did so many good things tonight, but the frustration of a loss. I just wondered if you could talk about kind of the mood of the team. I mean, it seems like you're getting more competitive, but you just can't get over the hump.
I mean, I think we know the team we're capable of being. I think you see stints of it, and I think we're all frustrated. We all want to put the whole 40 minutes together. We can't come out in the third quarter and get beat the way we did. We know that it takes 40 minutes to win a basketball game in the WNBA because every team is so good. So, I think, the locker room, we just want to win. We're seeing a glimpse of it. It's, fun to be out there, but now we got to put 40 minutes together.
Were you confused about the margin there at the end there? I know you guys didn't have a timeout to take. What was the thought there?
Yeah, that was definitely my fault. In the timeout, coach had drawn up a play, and obviously time and score. So, that's on me at the end of the day. Obviously, I didn't realize it was a 3-point game.
You just talk about your game today, 22 and 19 off the bench. You were doing everything. What was working so well for you today?
I think that it was my teammates. I know that Mo had a bunch of just great passes to me. I was rolling to the hoop and just coming out and playing confident. I think, that's what, I went through a little stint there where I think, I wasn't playing as confident as I should have been. And it shows you make more mistakes when you're not playing confident. So I think just coming out and just playing hard and doing whatever the team needs.
Any more questions for Jessica? All right. Thank you, Jessica.
Thank you, Jessica.